What up, man? It's your boy Shazilla. Welcome back to the Developing Athletes Podcast. I got my main man here with me, Chaundee Brown. Hey, this guy's well traveled. I'm talking high school, Florida Gatorade Player of the Year. He was a star in college at Wake Forest. Transferred to Michigan State, made it to the NCAA tournament, and then had some stints in the NBA, some two-way contracts, and now he's overseas. So the good thing about that is we get to see, because a lot of times we get stuck on people that go to the NBA and they may or may not stick. But this is the road that most people travel. Trying to get back into the league. That's the road that I traveled. I had my foot in the door for a minute, and I know how I feel to get signed and get waived 5 days later. Like, you think your life about to change, and for me too, right? Now, I'm not the one to use excuses, but it wasn't basketball purposes why I got waived. They just want to keep a vet that was injured. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a tough pill to swallow because I knew I outplayed. It wasn't about the play. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
let's talk about your start. Being from high school on up, even your upbringing.
Yeah, I had a pretty good upbringing. Lived in a two-parent household. Just have a younger brother. And my parents, they just always, kept us grounded, kept us pushing. Grades were first. Got to have the brains, to do anything in life as well. They kept us, busy, so we don't get in trouble. Kept us playing sports and sports and sports, school and sports. That was the only thing we did. But my upbringing was pretty smooth. Like I said, competitively, we did it all: football, basketball, baseball. Got to high school, and I was playing all those sports. And my dad told me to drop one sport because he didn't want to have me ward out when I got to high school or college. So I was playing football, basketball, and baseball at the time. So I kind of I really played. I liked football, but I really played it just to keep me tough. So I dropped baseball and then I dropped football. So and then I really could see myself going a long ways in basketball, and that's what really I stuck with. I feel like I really started taking it seriously maybe like sixth, seventh grade, because around that age you really got to ask yourself, do you want to just do it for fun or you want to make a career out of this? So that's what I chose. Made my middle school team. Played really well. Went to high school. Started as a freshman on varsity. So that's when I knew I really had a chance in playing really well, holding my own, and things like that. And that led me to a lot of D1 offers. I had a lot of, I think, 17 D1 offers, and I had limited it to the final two, which was Wake Forest and Kansas. And it was pros and cons to it. Definitely a hard decision. With Wake at the time with Wake Forest, it's like you can play right away, but y'all probably won't win as much. With the situation with Kansas, it's like y'all gonna win, but might not play real minutes till your third year. And I was like, I'm not trying to do that. I mean, obviously, like they were both two great academic schools. A little Wake Forest was a little closer to home. So me, I'm a type of player where I wanted to play right away, things like that. So I
Me
decided
too,
to take
yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah. So obviously, and it panned out that way. Like I played a lot. When I went to Wake Forest, I played a lot. We didn't win as much, but I'm looking at Kansas. They were going to the Final Four, but I've probably been sitting the bench. So it was like you said, a tough pill to swallow. But I just had to choose one. But I was like, I'm not waiting to play. You feel me? Like I want to
Yeah.
play right now. So that was good. Like I don't regret my decision or anything, because I feel like anybody want, especially now, will want to play on the court right now. You feel me? I obviously Kansas is a big blue blood. You got to wait your turn and everything and things like that. But I just wanted to play right away, and it worked out. Was 3 years at Wake Forest, and then I went to University of Michigan, and I kind of transferred because I was playing well, but I just wanted to show NBA scouts and others international scouts I can win as well too, around great players. Did that. My Michigan team went to the Elite Eight, lost to UCLA in the Elite Eight, but it was definitely a great experience. But at Michigan, I wasn't able to get the full experience because I went during COVID. So I went during COVID. So it's like, COVID, everything was shutting down. Everything was online. COVID test 3 times a day. So it wasn't really the real experience, but I definitely enjoyed Michigan though.
Yeah, no, that's a lot.
Yeah.
COVID COVID test 3 times a day.
Yeah, it was like 2 to 3. You definitely had the coach come in the morning, and then I think it was before practice, and then after practice. So it was a lot. It was just that's when 2019, 2020. That's when it was really really serious. So yeah, it was a lot.
Hey, let me ask you this because you kind of touched on it. Did you regret not going to Kansas? Because like going to the going to the tournament, it just feels different. So like I had a
Yeah,
similar story, right?
yeah.
So my last two came down between, and this is like yours is two high majors.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was a mid major because I had a relationship with a coach in
Mm-hmm.
Oregon. You know when they had Malik Harrison, Aaron
Yep.
Brooks. You
Mm-hmm.
know like they was going to the tournament, and so like even though I was personally successful and because I feel like no matter where I would have went, I would have played because I would
Exactly.
have figured it out. But seeing them go to the tournament and we not even making it out the Sun Belt, that made me feel some type of way. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes like mid majors going up against big time schools, 9 times out of 10, 1 through 5, sometimes 1 through 6, y'all probably neck and neck. They just got more depth. Because
Yeah.
like what I realize is a lot of times in these big time games when you got a mid major versus a high major, they pretty neck and neck to halftime, and then they pull away in the
Exactly.
second half because they can't
Yep.
keep up the depth. So I feel like I could have played anywhere. I mean, I played in the NBA, so that stamps it right
Mm-hmm.
there. So, but
Exactly.
I did feel a type of way when they was going to the tournament and we couldn't get out the Sun Belt.
Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna say something I regret, but I definitely thought about it. Um, Yeah, it was definitely. I won't say regret. It was definitely something I thought about because that was the same year. Like and Coach Self at the time told me, I had a top two. I mean, it was top four first, but then the final two, and he was like, we're the only team that out of those teams that win a lot of games, a lot of games. I was like, yeah, but I'm trying to play. You feel me? You feel me? So it was definitely a tough situation, but I mean, I feel like I still made the right decision. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you still hooping. You're a pro, so yeah, for sure.
exactly. Yep.
And speaking of that, what was the mindset shift like going from being the man at Wake Forest, putting up super numbers, and coming
Yep.
back and being role player on a good team?
Yeah, I mean, it was something that I had to sacrifice for sure. Jawan Howard was the coach at the time, and we had a lot of great players that they had a great year the following year. So I just wanted to be a part of that. So I basically just had to play my role. I feel like I played it to a great extent, but I know I was coming into a different situation where I have to fit into their situation as
Mm,
well in their group. So in which I did it well. But I mean, as long as we winning, that's all I was happy about, and we were at the time we were like top five in the country. I think we got it to like top three. And we were, being teams in the tournament and things like that. So it was definitely a great situation though.
yeah. What it feel like? Because I didn't get that experience going to the tournament. What it feel like?
Oh man, definitely an amazing experience. Like I said, it was during COVID, but
Oh,
I
different.
definitely
Yeah,
I definitely had a great experience. We like still COVID testing, but it was this is it's one and done. So you got to give it your all. Like, anybody can get beat at any time. So
yeah. So all right, y'all losing the tournament. Take
mhm.
us those next steps. Did you go to any pre-draft camps? You work out for any teams? Was there any
Yeah.
whispers like, "Hey, we taking Chaundee in the first round, late first, early second," like those type of rumors?
Yeah, yeah. I worked out seven or eight. I think it was like seven NBA, 7 or 8 NBA teams I worked out for, and yeah, I had one team specifically, and they were like, "We're gonna draft you in the late second round, put you on the two-way, this and that, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Okay, cool, man." I'm telling, because they brought me in for a 1-on-0 workout. When they do that, that means like they're really serious about you.
Mhm.
So, then went on and I had went to the workout, went really well. It was like 45, maybe an hour workout, killed it. Coaches put me through drills, making shots, doing this, making reads and things like that. So, GM pulled me to the side and was like, we're gonna take you in the second round. We're gonna put you on the two-way. So and like, and the GM, he didn't really have to do that. You feel me?
Mhm.
So he did this, and I'm telling my agent, and I'm like, okay, this and that, blah, blah, this what they told me. He's like, oh, really? So I did really good in my workout. Man, draft night, they went a whole separate route.
Yeah, yeah,
And I was like, ain't no way they did this. It just hurt. And they chose someone else in front of me. So that really hurt.
yeah, yeah. Nah, hey, I know the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I did a one-on-one workout with the Sonics. And
Yeah.
this one it was the Supersonics. I think this
Yeah.
they last year as a Supersonic. And the GM was like, I think somebody gonna take you in the late second round. So we watching draft night. You know, you get to the last pick and like, okay, I call my age. He's like, no, that's good because now we can get to choose where you want to go. End up going to
Mm-hmm.
summer league.
Yep.
Uh, I requested to leave summer league to go to the
Mm-hmm.
Korean camp because I wasn't playing, and then I signed in the Korean camp. Then I went to Germany, and then I
Mm-hmm.
ended up back with the Sixers, signed vet camp, and then I went back overseas after they waived me. So that was kind of my journey. So after those workouts, your name didn't get called on draft night. What was next after that?
Like you said, it was kind of in my hands. I had a lot of NBA teams calling for Exhibit 10s, and I get to basically compete for a roster spot, which was cool. And obviously, like at the time, I chose the Los Angeles Lakers. Worked my way into it, played well at summer league, and ended up getting a two-way contract, which was great. Up and down, but mostly in the G League, and then that was let go. And then like I think like right after that, I got like a 10-day contract with the Atlanta Hawks, things like that, being cut, being brought back. So it was definitely like a great experience, definitely in the NBA. It's something I wouldn't take back.
All right, so for the viewers, break down the difference between a two-way contract and a 10-day contract.
Yeah, so a two-way contract is basically you're kind of on both teams. You're mainly with the G League team, but when the NBA team, when they're like dealing with the injuries or people are out, sickness, they'll kind of bring you up to fill that spot.
Right,
So you kind of on two teams have two jobs in
right,
a sense,
right.
things like that. So you just kind of go back and forth. Like you can play a G League game, and then they can call you. All right, you have to be in Toronto to play with the big team for the next game. So they'll fly you to Toronto and things like that. So you always it's a lot of work, but you're trying to put in your foot in the door. So you
Yeah,
can't
you
really
right there.
make
Yeah.
no you can't really make no excuses, and then you might play 15, 20 minutes with the big. You might play 30 minutes with the G League team, and then 15, 20 minutes with the big team the next night. So you just always got to be ready. And then you said the Exhibit 10
Yeah, the 10 way, yeah, the 10-day, yeah.
up to the 10 day. 10 days. So basically, they give you 10 days, and they basically just give you an opportunity to see what you could do in those 10 days. They pay you a certain amount and things like that. So 10 days, you probably get 3 or 4 games if they give you an opportunity to play to showcase your skills. And then if you play well, they'll add another 10 day, or it might give you a two-way off the bat. But if not, they'll release you and things like that. So just it's like you're with the team on the team for 10 days.
Yeah. During your time in the NBA, what's one of the biggest misconceptions that people get wrong?
Um, one of the biggest misconceptions. Um, trying to think. Like as a young guy or like an old head or like what do you?
No, from your experience, like as a young guy trying to
Yeah.
get in.
Yeah. Just always stay in the gym, stay working.
Mhm,
Really, the young guys, we don't really have no off days. If it's optional, you have to be there.
mhm,
And just just showing the coaches and showing the staff that you're ready at any time. You feel me? So
mhm.
you're not a vet or anything. So you're trying to put your foot in the door. So any workouts, any pickup games, any weight sessions, you have to be there. You really have no off days until you have your foot in the door.
Yeah, so I see you over in London now, right? So
Yes, sir.
you did the 2 ways, you did the 10 days. Now you're in London. Are you gonna rest your hat overseas now, or you still gonna fight your way back into the league?
Yeah, that's a question like I talk to my agent about all the time. I think as of right now, like I think I'm gonna stay overseas probably like the rest of my career. The way it's looking right now,
Mhm.
obviously like NBA. If something comes nice and it has to be like the perfect situation, then I would probably could pursue it again. But as of right now, I'm happy overseas. Get to travel the world, meet different people, try new foods, different cultures and things like that. Like I'm enjoying the overseas life. I was against overseas coming out of college, but since I've been over here, I've been liking it though. It's different like I said, you travel the world. A lot of people never even been to these countries I've been to. I played in France, Germany, Japan, Taiwan, uh, played in Greece, played in Belgium, played in Turkey. It's always like I've been in like so many countries and visiting and trying new foods and things like that. Like I don't regret that. A lot of NBA players don't even do that throughout their lifetime. So it's
Right.
it's a cool thing. So
Yeah, nah, we played some of the same places. I played in
Hmm.
Germany, France, and Taiwan too.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, so like I love the culture. Like me being able to say I've lived in 22 different countries because I was playing year round. I play in
Hmm.
Europe 8 to 10 months, and then I go to Dominican Republic for their little summer league, or I go to Mexico to finish up the playoffs there. It was like, bro,
Right back.
like what I'm coming
Yeah.
home for? Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
run it up.
Now, and that's something like too, like where I wanted to kind of do play 8, 9 months and then like go somewhere play in the summer. But like at that time, my body was beat up. Like I was,
Yeah,
especially like this last year, I was in Japan. In Japan, it's 60 games plus playoffs. So like I played in 58 out of the 60. And I'm thinking about going to, might go somewhere for the summer, China, Puerto Rico, and just play, but my body was just wore down. So for you to say that you're a true warrior.
yeah, nah, for sure. Like I'll probably go back and take a week or two off. But
Yeah, yeah.
my mindset was like, if I'm gonna be working on my game, I might as well be playing games and getting
We
paid.
playing
Like
respect.
I
Respect.
never
Yeah,
really
yeah.
shut it down. Like because when we
Mm-hmm.
come back, we're gonna play in a pro am. We're gonna work
Yeah.
out. We're gonna
Things
go
like
to
that.
LA
Yeah.
Fitness. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna train. So that's still
Yeah.
wear and tear. So I'm like, I might as well go get a check and do this.
You're right. You're right. No, for
Yeah.
sure.
So Taipei, what team you play for? Because you probably play for one of my coaches or play with one of my teammates or something.
I was with the New Taipei Kings.
Who was the coach over there? Was it James Mayo?
That's the GM. The GM.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
my teammate.
Really? Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my guy.
I
Yeah, yeah,
played
yeah.
with
He
James.
was the GM, and we had a coach named John Patrick.
Okay,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
we had
So
an
he.
assistant coach named Tommy. I saw Tommy over there too.
Yep.
He
Yep.
must be high up over there too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my guy.
Yep. Yep. That's my
Yeah,
guys. Yeah.
yeah. Nah, I love Taipei, man. It was
Hmm.
lonely because we only had one American, but
Okay.
uh, Taipei was cool. Taipei was
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's real cool. Nice, really nice city. A lot of things to do. So it was cool.
Yeah. So out of those three, since we played those same places, which one you like best? Germany, France, or Taipei, Taiwan?
Germany, France. Uh, France was really nice. I really like France. I was in a city called Strasbourg. Um, it was really nice. A lot of good food spots, a lot of things to do. A little small, but it was. I'll probably say France was my favorite one out of
Hmm.
those three.
Nice, nice. Another place people sleep on now. If you ever get a chance to go to Singapore, Singapore one of the best places I ever played. Like,
Really?
man, when they called my agent, I didn't even know where it was on the map. I had to
Yeah, yeah.
Google
I'm
it.
gonna meet either.
Yeah, I had to Google it, but it's
Yeah,
Southeast Asia. But like, it's
really.
the food good. They speak English.
Hmm.
It's clean. It's no
Hmm.
crime.
I heard about that.
It
Yeah.
checks all the boxes. Now the paper got to be right because it's
Oh
expensive
yeah.
over there.
For
You know what I'm
sure. I
saying?
heard about it. I
You
got
got to
someone
make
that
sure your
lives in.
paper right. It's
Yeah,
hot.
I got someone that lives in Singapore now. He says it's expensive. I'm like, damn. Like,
Oh yeah, they hooping
yeah.
over there, or they just living?
Nah, it's one of my old trainers. Him and his lady have moved over there. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. So what's next, man? I know y'all about to have y'all started the season up over there in London.
Yeah, the season started. So I was in Taiwan from September to like January. Things weren't really working out with that situation. So my agent got me this job in London. So we're like halfway through the season. Doing solid. So I'm just trying to come in and help as much as I can. But things like I said, things in London been nice. London and Taiwan. And Japan, there's two different areas, so I'm adjusting well, but I really like it out here.
Hey, if y'all need a goon in the playoffs for the last 2 minutes of the championship, man, hey, that's my buy box right there.
For
Like
sure,
I'm
for
good for
sure,
two
for,
minutes in the ship.
for sure. Okay, okay.
No, I'm just messing with you. But what plans you got out the ball? You
You
preparing for
know, it's
that?
crazy. I want to So my minor was theater and film study at Wake Forest. So I really want to be an actor after basketball.
Okay, what you doing like in the off season? Are you coming trying to get on shows like
Yeah,
with
I'm working on those things now as of right now, but in those situations, like I'm trying to, it's a lot of stuff I have to study, go through classes and got to go through find an agent. So I wish I can like work on that in basketball. Now I'm doing it a little bit like this summer, but really like when I'm about to retire, that like 3, 4 years when I'm about to retire, that's when I really want to jump into it and really dig deep in what I need to do, what I need to study and things like that.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a lot of stuff that I preach to athletes too, like being
Hmm.
prepared. So it seems like you
Yeah.
got a plan already.
For sure.
Because man, one of the things that I wish I would have done, I mean, you don't know what you don't know. See, I'm doing real estate now, but
Mm-hmm.
if I would have knew about real estate while I had the liquidity I was getting then, like
Yeah.
man, it would have shortened my learning curve so much because the
Yeah.
paper was there and then the knowledge was there, but I just didn't have the knowledge while I was playing. So now that's what I do. I go around
Yeah.
and teach athletes like, man, prepare as early as possible. And
Mm-hmm.
I know you said 3-4 years. I mean, you got your plan. At least you got a plan because some people don't have one at all. But
Yeah.
I would say I don't even see why you want to start now. You
Starting
know,
now.
and
Yeah.
start building that resume because one of the things that I realized when I retired, like we have our basketball resume that really don't translate over to the business world because you ain't got no experience,
Yeah.
so I would say anytime you come back, I would even if it's just spot work, doing
Mm-hmm.
commercials or stuff like that, building that little resume. Because when I retired, I was acting too. I
Yeah.
shot some Adidas commercials, I shot some
Okay.
NBA TV commercials, some Steinmart commercials. I was on the Necessary Roughness,
For sure.
and one more I can't even remember. But when I transitioned, I was doing that type of stuff too.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. It was cool, especially the
Yeah.
Adidas commercial. You know, yeah,
Got you. Yeah. I definitely need to get into those type of things. Start off small with the commercials and things like that. That'd be nice.
yeah. Because this
We
is
definitely
one
got to talk
guy.
about that.
Yeah, now for sure. It's this one guy I'm interviewing. He's coming on the show next week. He
Mm-hmm.
played in the NFL, and he's been on Force for 3 seasons so far. So he's
Really.
doing pretty good in the acting world. So that'd probably be a good episode for you to watch too. And then you probably
Got you.
tap in with him too to see how he was able to transition. And
For
that's why I
sure.
kind of created this platform specifically for athletes so we can kind of help each other. Like you can just watch the episode. You ain't got to reach out. Like you can get the gems from the episode and say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna implement that in my thing.
Facts. Great.
Yeah. Yeah. So have you ever thought about getting in real estate?
Um, yeah, I have. I've really thought about it. Yeah, I have. It's something I would be interested in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now not the last question, but like judging like we're around each other all the time as athletes. What's some of the biggest financial mistakes you see athletes making?
Man, just blowing their money right when they get it. Like,
Yeah,
and just stupid stuff, like just clubs and bottles and this and that. Obviously, like have your fun, but like you can't be having
yeah,
your fun every day or every weekend. It's
yeah,
just like, obviously you work hard for it, do what you do, but like throw some in the savings, throw some in investments, throw some in real estate first. You feel me? And then, have like a monthly salary. All right, this only on what I'm gonna spend for the month. Then boom, that run out. Okay, cool. Wait for my next check. But like people, they just get their money. I know like people that just don't have a savings account. They just have their all money in one checking, and it's just
yeah.
like, yo, bro, like you feel me? Like when things shut down or something happened, like you got to have another type of income or something like that. So it's things like that. But I'll probably say like, yeah, just not managing their money right.
Nah, for sure. Most definitely. I agree. Now,
Hmm.
I'm gonna use my own personal story. Like I was living contract to contract too. I didn't even
Hmm.
know it. Like
Yeah,
I would make the money, I would come back in the summer, trying to make up for lost time, and then I'm spending the money, like you
because you got
said,
to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to make it back. Yeah,
yeah, club and bottles, all that type of stuff. But like that's why I was like, man, if somebody would have got in my ear, I would have listened. It
yeah,
was just like everybody was on the same thing. Like
yeah.
it wasn't no OG like, bro, do this, that, and the third with your money, that already been through it. So
Yeah.
just trying to put the word out there because everybody not gonna be able to run it back up from the neck
Mm-hmm.
up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Exactly.
I was able to use my mind to run it back up. You know what I'm saying? So for some people out there listening, do right with what you got right now because it's hard to start from ground zero and run it back up.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
got to
No.
utilize your talents and your position and your notoriety and your fame now to
Now.
network and get in different rooms and get in different doors. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, we're going to be living long after the game. Like, I was forced to
Exactly.
retire at 30. I thought I was going to play forever.
Really?
You
Retire at
know?
30?
Yeah, I retired
Why
at
is that?
30. Well, one thing I played hard. I read. I wasn't going. I was on the floor like I was battling every day, so my body broke down quicker than
Wait.
if I
Mm-hmm.
was running from 3 point line to 3 point line. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and then I told you I played year round. I ran cross country, so we running on hard surfaces. That did a number on my knees and stuff. So it was
Yeah.
cumulative. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much why I had to retire. But I was mad at the game for a couple years because I gave it all I got, and I felt like it betrayed me. My body let me
Mhm.
down, and
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out who I was for the first 2 years, and then it
Mm-hmm.
clicked in my mind. I was like, you know what? I can use the skills that I got in basketball, and I can use them in business. I call them transferable skills. So
Yeah.
one of them was my mindset. I'm like, bro, I'm gooning on the court. Like, let's go in business. Like, let's go harder than everybody. Let's do what
Exactly.
nobody wants to do. And then it
Yeah.
just compound interest. Just start stacking up.
Mm-hmm.
And now, we're doing pretty good with our real estate development business. And,
Tough.
like I said, tapping into those transferable skills because there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of athletes out there right now that's like, oh man, this is all I can do. But that's all they telling themselves. Like, no, no, you can use that for other stuff.
Other
Like
stuff.
we
Yeah.
the most disciplined people. We ambitious. We always trying to get
Mm-hmm.
better. We know how to make in-game adjustments. You know what I'm saying? So all of
Well,
that is transferable into the business world.
for sure. 100%.
Yeah, yeah. So, Shirley, what would you tell a young athlete, look out for when as they start in their journey? Like, talk to a younger athlete that got the same aspirations, trying to get to the league, whether it's the NBA, NFL, trying to get to the pinnacle of their sport.
Yeah, I would just tell them just keep your head down, grind and keep grinding. Control what you can control. It's gonna be stuff in this business that just don't make sense at all. But you just
Mhm.
gotta control what you gotta control. I learned that, like my first few years being a professional, you just gotta control what you control. You might be playing but way better than a certain person, but they might be getting paid more, so they have to play that person just because they're paying him more. I've seen it all. I've seen it all, not just with me, but like other teammates. But I would just say control what you control. Do it. Play as hard as you can. Give it as all you got on the court, and you'll be stay prayed up, and you'll be fine. That's what I would say.
No, that's what's up. Now, what would you tell yourself, your 18-year-old self?
Man, you're gonna have ups and downs. You just gotta stay with it. Like basically control what you control. Like same what I just said before. I would probably just tell myself that you're gonna have ups and downs, good days, good months, bad months, but you gotta stick with it. If this is something you really want and you want to take far with, it's not gonna always be peaches and creams. You gotta go through the ground up and you gotta dig yourself out the mud and things like that. Cause it's like you said, overseas is 9, 10 months. It's not always gonna be great. Feel me?
Yeah, it's a
So
grind.
it's
It's
just
a
things
grind
like
for
that.
sure.
Yeah, you feel
It's a
me? So
grind.
you might be playing bad this month, it might be playing good this month. Injury might kick in, family not doing well, you might fighting with your girlfriend. So it's things like that. But you just gotta basically, control what you control. But like I would just say that too, like in life as well, too. Like, and I'm glad I go through things like that now. Cause I mean I don't have kids right now, but like when I do have kids, I'm gonna like the problems they have, they're gonna be telling me, I'm like, yo, I went through the same exact things. Yeah, everyone gonna hit a wall in life. It ain't gotta be just sports. It could be life in general. Like I said, it can be relationships, family problems. But everyone's life is different and things like that. So you just gotta be able to, just keep fighting and just keep going.
No, that's good stuff, man. Hey, where can people find you on your socials?
Instagram at Chaundee Brown _23 at CHAUNDEE Brown _23.
All right, when y'all next game, bro?
Shoot.
I need a
Today
30
Friday,
ball out of you, man. Come
Sunday.
on.
Nah, it's coming. It's
Send me the
coming.
link.
It's
I need a
coming.
30 ball.
It's coming. I got you for sure.
All right. I appreciate you coming on, bro. We're gonna stay
Nah, man.
connected.
For sure. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we're gonna stay connected and we're gonna be following you. But I want to check out one of your games too.
Most definitely. I'll send you the link.
I appreciate it, bro.
All right, my God. Yes, sir. Be safe.
All right, you too.
All right. Yep.